breaking down the political landscape. This is KQ, truth for you. Political honesty rooted in God. This is KQ, truth for you.
Good evening. Welcome to KQ. I'm Ken.
I'm Kevlon.
Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. This is KQ, the truth for you.
Good evening and welcome to KQ. My name is Kevlon.
And I'm Ken.
Well, doggy, we have got a show for you today. It's been a minute since we've been on again. We've taken a break simply because our running shoes just weren't that good. We weren't willing to spend that much money on those high-tech running shoes, you know what I'm saying, to keep up with this mess.
Yeah, buddy. I was going to get some of them gold ones. They look pretty swift.
You would have been stuck in the mud in them things. Man, I am not one to gloat, but I am one to point out the obvious. We're in quite a mess, y'all. What you think, my brother?
Have y'all noticed? Y'all ain't noticing nothing weird, nothing strange going on. Like
business as usual, huh?
Yeah, just everything's totally fine.
Yeah, it reminds you of the calm, serene Biden administration, doesn't it? Where things were just moving along and getting better and better each day.
Yep, now we're in the middle of the new Trail of Tears, man, Y2K style with airplanes and freaking South Sudan and El Salvador.
My guess is even the hardcore MAGA people are sitting around biting their fingernails, stomping their feet mad, wondering what in the heck is going on, pulling their hair out. It's getting to the point now where it's undeniable. This was inevitable, though. This was going to happen. If you go back and you look at all of the streams that we did and all of the posts that have been done, all of these few years since we've been doing this has all been leading up to this point. And guess what, folks? We only have about 3 years and 8 months left.
Yeah, we're just getting started, baby.
Actually, 3 years, 6 months.
Yep, we at the tip of the iceberg of the Project 2025 plan. It's amazing. If this guy didn't know nothing about it and wasn't planning on implementing any of it, it's just so strange that all of these executive orders that he's putting out are like straight out of Project 2025. They like line up, and we got a long way to go. We just getting started. It's
something like 50 or so different people that are in his administration he plucked right out of Fox News. I'll remind you, Fox News was called themselves news organization that paid a $787 million defamation claim against Dominion for joining in with Trump on those election fraud lies. And he plucks people right out of there, including the defense secretary, Hegseth. I told y'all he was horrible. The signal scandal, we did a show on that.
Yeah.
You know, pretty much every single pick that he's put in there have been totally horrible.
Yeah, McMahon, woo, she is no good at all.
Since when did 10 times 1.5 million equal $1 trillion? This stuff, this is beyond ridiculous. But we're gonna put some context onto this. As a matter of fact, speaking of people who just realized how bad Trump is, Elon Musk seems to have woke up all blinky on Christmas morning, and he just realized that that meat is greasy after all.
Yes,
you know, you can't go back and name anybody who's partnered with Trump since he's been this grand business mogul that hadn't been taken through the ringer. And Elon Musk is the newest of those. People.
Yeah, man, he been lighting them up on his little X Twitter page, man.
What happened to all those Doge enthusiasts?
Yeah, where they at now?
Yeah, especially the ones that are of African American descent who sat up on part of our Facebook post. You know, I looked for that thing yesterday. It seems to have been deleted, but talking about how obvious it is that we should have this Doge effort going on, and how Barack Obama, he was signing on to it, but now we don't even acknowledge that there needs to be cuts. I told y'all from the beginning, this was not about cuts. Doge wasn't about cuts. Doge was about something different. Elon Musk bought his way into the White House and into all of our personal data, and he's got it. And ain't no telling what he's gonna do with it.
Oh yeah, it's some telling. It is some telling.
They started out as we're gonna save $2 trillion, then it jumped down to $1 trillion.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden they were patting each other on the back because they got to 150 billion.
Yeah.
Now that's a small percentage of 2 trillion, don't you think?
A small percentage. Not to mention it's cost them more to save that one and a half billion that they're pretty much going to end up editing that down to probably about 6.
Yeah, and they ignored the conflicts of interest. Obviously, Elon Musk, being a multi-billion-dollar contractor for the federal government, shouldn't have any business doing policy. Okay, that's called a conflict of interest. They, the MAGA crowd ignored that. They ignored Donald Trump grifting off of his position with the old meme coin and everything, having people pay him direct money and getting access to him through his dinner reward, the crypto reward dinner, for the people who donated the most. These are clear violations of the Emoluments Clause. I mean, but again, they're running around talking about Hunter Biden sold a painting. Okay, this is, if you know that you would not tolerate this from Barack Obama and from Kamala Harris, then why in the world would you support it from Donald Trump? It's just total blanket hypocrisy. And it's time it gets called out. I'm sorry, I'm sorry that you picked the wrong side to align with, but I'm proud of my stance and my brother's stance since this whole time.
Man, let's get to some of these FAFO tweets this man to put out, man. Show you who ain't standing with him no more. So here you go. This was posted by Ben K at Ben Shooter. I think he says, I think this is officially signals the end to the Trump-Elon bromance. Elon Musk. I'm sorry, but I can't stand it anymore. This massive, outrageous, pork-filled congressional spending bill is a disgusting abomination.
Yes, it is. This bill was reported by the Congressional Budget Office to be putting us in line for $3.2 trillion in increase to the debt. All of these conservatives, all of these people who say they don't like government spending, and Doge was just this massively powerful entity. The next thing that Trump does, he puts out a bill that aligns with their true priorities that we knew existed the whole time. They denied that they were going to decrease Medicare and decrease Medicaid. And what do you know? In the bill, that's front and center, trillions of dollars in cuts. And at the same time, cutting tax cuts, mostly for rich people once again.
Yes. Yeah,
this is Robin Hood in reverse, making the rich richer and hurting the poor. 80% of the electorate would be harmed financially by this bill.
Yes.
And Elon Musk, hey, he finally jumps on board with me.
Yeah. He said, without me, Trump would have lost the election. Dems would control the House and Republicans would be 51-49 in the Senate. Such ingratitude.
After this, Trump tweeted out, I love Tesla. No, my bad. He said, Elon, stop. This is absurd. So we have the president of the United States going back and forth with a former administration official. 2 days ago, he gave him some kind of key to the city, key to his heart. And now they're doing a Twitter war. I mean, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, this is my favorite one right here. This one just dropped today. Just a couple of hours ago. Boom. Time to drop the really big bomb. At real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason why they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT.
Is Epstein that pedophilic dead dude?
Yeah, man, that's Trump's best friend, man. And Elon Musk, man, y'all see this thing, man. The big bomb, man.
And the thing I can't figure out is why were the right wingers coming out like with this gotcha question? Why won't they release the Epstein files, huh? As if that's supposed to be a dig at Democrats.
Right. Yeah, they thought they heard something about Bill Clinton being on there and lost their mind.
Last time I checked, the person who controls whether or not the Epstein files are released has an R beside his name and very orange skin. Okay. His name is DJT, and boy, is he a mess. See, this is the kind of buffoonery that we should expect from this White House. The last time around, it happened right in front of your eyes, and these people decided to put him right back in there, expecting something better, because Kamala Harris just wasn't good enough.
Yeah, we wouldn't be having any of these problems, man. You think Diego Garcia would be down there in El Salvador if trapped in prison without no dang on just due if Kamala Harris was in office?
Well, he might have gotten deported, but at least he would have gotten due process, and the Supreme Court would not have come out and said Kamala Harris deported him illegally like they did with Donald Trump.
And then illegally deported him straight to CCOT. I mean, that prison is notorious for people turning up dead and stuff, man. They torture people down there, and we're sending people to get tortured. Really? Is that where Christian morals are in line with the spirit of the Lord, to send people to get tortured, huh?
But he was an illegal.
Oh, come on, man. All right. So
yeah, we're gonna pivot from the absurd of the buffoon and the baboon. You pick which one is which. We're going to pivot from the absurd to the serious, because not only do you have these crazy occurrences going on, like what do they call it? A cat fight between the president and the richest man in the world, but these things have real-time implications. All you have to do is ask somebody from Ukraine. Just happened yesterday. Trump sat on the phone with Vladimir Putin for 75 minutes.
Yes, sir.
And I want y'all to see this quote. Scroll on down a little bit there. It was a good conversation, but not a conversation that would lead to immediate peace. So
yeah,
he's talking to Putin, and he's had anything to say to Zelensky.
Right.
And Zelensky and the Ukrainians just pulled off a massive, massive attack inside of Russia, where they dismantled a whole bunch of helicopters and
bombers. Yeah, they're bomber planes that have been dropping the missiles every day and killing civilians all over Ukraine. They went and attacked and destroyed like a third of their strategic air command. So kudos. We give kudos to Zelensky for taking out that operation.
But Ken,
a year and a half.
He don't have no cards.
He ain't got no card. Oh, he has some that day, boy. That man had nothing but the dang on two jokers and the ace of spades.
He was sitting in the White House getting berated by the president and the vice president with the claim that he had no cards, knowing that this plan was in the plannings. It had been worked on for a period of months.
No, a year and a half it took them to plan this thing and put it together. Man, it was awesome. They sent spies, operatives over into Russia to actually assemble the drones and affix them to the trucks. And then it's in a town where a whole lot of shipping goes on, a whole lot of corruption goes on, a whole lot of palm greasing goes on. And so, they infiltrated the place. Then they send the trucks out. The trucks is going to park near all of these airfields where Russia has all their planes stored. And then at the drop of a dime, boom, the tops bust open, the drones go and they land on top of the plane and boom, blow up. It was just like beautiful. But by the time it started, all of those spies and operatives were already safely back in Ukraine. So they pulled it off without a hitch. Beautiful, yes, beautiful. Indeed. Didn't kill anybody, but, they took out a whole lot of equipment.
And in case you didn't know or haven't figured this out yet, you're absolutely right. We support Ukraine in this effort. They were innocent. They were attacked by Russia. Russia attacked them in an unprovoked manner. They killed women and children and had rape squads. And not only that, they threatened our NATO allies. He's also, just like he spoke about going into Ukraine prior to this, he also spoke about his desire to go into Poland, Bucharest, and a few other places. And if he does go into a NATO country, that means feet on the ground for the U.S. And I don't want that. I want Ukraine to sustain and drain the Russian forces to the point where they turn around and go home. This war could end very quickly if they just stop.
Exactly. Yes. Then we fast forward over here.
Yeah, and this is the bill that Elon Musk got so doggone frustrated about that he said, you know what, I'm going to start me a Twitter war against Donald J. Trump.
Yeah.
And part of the bill, and this is found out and reported by the Congressional Budget Office, the CBO, nearly 11 million people would become uninsured under the GOP reconciliation bill. Now, this harkens back to, again, things that we've talked about for months and months. The Republicans don't care about poor and needy people. They are literally going to have people die by removing them from the insurance rolls. They've been desiring to do this for a very long time, and the main purpose of this is to free up money to do tax cuts. That's the deal. Tax cuts, 80% or more, go to the top 1%. You will not benefit from those tax cuts one iota. So, well, you might get $10 or something like that.
Yeah.
But you might get you a nice little Chick-fil-A meal or something.
But they're trying to raise the dang on debt ceiling by $4 trillion?
$4 trillion.
To start this whole thing, get this whole thing jump started. So in order to save y'all $1 trillion is only gonna cost you $4 trillion.
And they're gonna kick 11 million people off of Medicaid in the process.
Yeah, because they need to send those $4 trillion.
Yeah,
they need to send that to the rich people. They need that.
I challenge anybody, go in here and put a note and tell me how the Republicans are going to benefit the lower and middle class with the only bill that the Republicans have put up since Trump's administration began. Everything else has been in executive order. We're struggling in GDP due to these idiotic tariffs. Doge was a total mishap, cost more than what it saved. We barely are keeping ourselves afloat with jobs. You know, the unemployment numbers actually, I mean, we had more job losses than we expected.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to get worse. Our shelves are looking like they're going to be empty in certain places because of the tariffs that slowed down the transit of products from other countries. We're a laughing stock. Obviously, I'm sure the whole world is sitting around laughing at us because our president is sitting here going back and forth in this cat fight.
Oh, except for Mohammed bin Salman, he laughing with he laughing with us. He ain't laughing at us.
Our president is disregarding the Supreme Court of the United States as relates to his deportation efforts, doing things illegally. You know, I mean, you name it. We're just really, really struggling. And yet and still we have plenty of people holding on to this MAGA train. They're gonna ride it until the wheels come off.
Yeah, because they love this guy. This is a guy that it's really worth loving, man.
Soon. Thursday night. You're going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it?
This is the guy that they love. Now, this video has been out for years and years and years, since 1992.
Woo! That man said he's going to be dating that girl in 10 years.
Character matters. Character matters. Play that video where Kamala Harris was talking about she was going to have sex with a 10-year-old in 10 years.
Hold on, let me pull it up, man. I don't think it's good grief, man. These folks love them some dang on Darnold. Benedict Darnold. My goodness. Hey, it's been fun, people. It's been fun.
Yeah, get your popcorn ready. Enjoy the show. I mean, the only thing good that's going to come out of this is there's going to be a heck of a lot of craziness going on that's going to trip you out and provide for a lot of entertainment. But the people who decided that they were going to join with Trump, they're going to pay the price, and the American people will also pay the price for this ghastly mistake. We have to understand Republicans do not do well for the United States of America, particularly when they're tied to this buffoon.
Yeah, straight buffoonery, people. Hey, keep your eye on your swivel. Keep your head on the swivel, man. That's all I can tell you.
Hunker down. And next time, vote consciously and help the United States. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Y'all have a good evening.
Peace.
1, 2, KQ. A doodly-doo, can you dig it? And all I wanna do 1, 2 is just listen to you. KQ Policy 72. Can you dig it? 1, 2 KQ. A doodly-doo, can you dig it? And all I wanna do 1, 2 you is just listen to you. KQ Policy 72. Can you dig it? KQ.